Today I just wanted to kind of talk about why I respect Chief Keef way more than all these other rappers, all these other drill rappers. And it's because of one main thing, man. Chief Keef escaped the hood and stopped the cycle of violence that black people from the hood are in.
Chief Keef says if you want to escape the street life, staying in Chicago isn't an option. You had to move out to make a real change.
The streets and everything that came with that, it hit me in like a whole, especially in Chicago. So when I moved to LA, I kind of like started getting better as a person type.
Yeah.
So it took me to come to LA to actually grow out of what I was and who I was and how I was. You know, now I'm even talking like you couldn't get me to talk in an interview. I'll tell you what. How are you? 300. Yeah, no. I ain't really speaking. I'm not being vocal.
Yeah.
Like that. But nowadays, I mean, I got something to say.
Let me explain. So, if we talk about Lil Durk, right? I think he was really debating about leaving the hood, but I even saw in interviews people were trying to tell him like, bro, please don't slide for Vaughn. Like, just don't let these comments like get to your head. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out the hood, you know, and just stack bread and then maybe give back to your community. But instead, I think Durk kind of kept a little, like, not a whole foot in the streets, maybe like half a foot, you know, maybe even a quarter.
You get triggered by the slide for Vaughn comments. I don't know if people still say it. They used to say it, but you also mentioned a song. They'd be like, they be saying slide for Vaughn. I think they trolling me. Yo, by the way, them songs is fire. I ain't gonna lie.
For some reason, I just don't see them comments no more. For some odd reason. I don't know. Might be the water. You be seeing them comments a lot?
They kind of chilled out a little bit.
I wonder why. We here though. We different in Iraq.
Of a foot in the streets. And then, you know, with Vaughn, too, he got locked up with Vaughn. And also, he got locked up, bro, again. And it's just like, bro, you're too rich and successful for you to keep a foot in the streets. And I understand that it's not as simple for him to just be like, nah, I'm out the streets because, you know, they probably, I feel like where he's from, because I'm not, like, I'm black, but I'm not from the hood. But, like, I feel like where he's from, he probably feels like he has to give back to these people. And he still has to put in work to the streets. For some reason, I don't know why, but there's got to be a reason. And I just feel bad because now he's in jail, and he's probably going to beat the case, but still, like, jail is not a fun place to be. Like, just sitting there, no social media, no entertainment, just with a bunch of other niggas, like, bro, that shit does not sound good. And then, right, but you see, with Chief Keef, right, I think Chief Keef had a better circle around him because people like Fredo Santana, you know, they were more about, you know, making money. That's why all the people in Chicago, they respected Fredo because he wasn't dissing people. He was just trying to, you know, make bread. And, you know, Chief Keef, that's something I'll always respect because I don't think Chief Keef disrespected the dead. And I think Chief Keef was more about making money. And it's interesting because I feel like Chief Keef is one of the first, like, real in the internet era, like a real young street dude to make it out. And I think he did it perfectly because when he got his money, he stayed in Chicago for a little bit. But then he realized, like, bro, I need to move to LA. And he moved to LA, doesn't use any guns anymore. He paintballs, and he just stays true to himself, stay out the way. And if you look at a Chief Keef interview from back then to now, he is such a different person. Like, if you look at him now, you couldn't even probably tell that he used to be a hood dude. He's so chill, nice, and just calm. And it's just the opposite of what a lot of these, like, street rappers do. Like, if you're a drill rapper, don't look up to King Von. And I think that's what the Bloodhound crew is a great example of why you don't look up to King Von. Because, bro, this Bloodhound crew, this shit is like, it's actually like a clown show, bro. Like, Q50 is like, he's just fucking running around stealing people's chains and shit, which I think has to be a little fake. Because if you're in the industry stealing all these people's chains, something must have had happened to him by now. But he's running around like the Grim Reaper. He's dissing people for wanting to go to heaven, which...
Don't worry about your bitch ass going to heaven, nigga. You cool. Your ass ain't did shit at all. Your ass a saint, lame ass nigga, old, lame, goofy ass nigga. Stay out of this. That's all I'm gonna let a motherfucker know. On first grade. Thought ass bitch.
Is insane. Like, I'm not even religious, but like, dissing people for going to heaven, like, what the fuck is that? And like, bro, he's always bragging about doing bad things, and I just don't like that shit for like these young street rappers. Like, and he has a chance to make it out. and just stop doing all this shit. But he keeps doing this clownery, this like tomfoolery, bro. Like if you've seen, he was in St. Louis, fucking dissing with CTS Lil Wick, and bro, I thought
Bloodhound Q50 is officially beefing with the whole St. Louis. Not only did Captain Yerk run off with their 60K and brag about it, but he also made it out of St. Louis after they tried to line him up with Lil Jeff. Now Q50 just dropped a diss track aimed at the fake White King Von, aka CTS Lou Wick, for still being mad about the 60K. And if this don't deserve at least a fake York, then I really don't know what will.
St. Louis still mad, I took 60K. Time about 6 shots, I ain't got a scratch. I was posting like I'm dead, but I'm up on a jet. What the f I look like letting the lame ass from St. Louis make me a hat? He's a white boy. Don't be surprised when his ass gets straight.
That Tommy G interview, I thought CTS Lil Wick was better than this, but he's clearly not. He's gonna use all this dissonant shit just to get famous and not get famous off the music like Chief Keef did. And that'll bring me back to another thing about Chief Keef. Once he got famous and got out the hood, he switched over his genre. He started doing very melodic based trap and not really like dissing shit. And I think that is super cool because I feel like that's still genuine to himself, but it's not like he's selling out to the industry. And because of all that, right, we got Uzi, we got Cardi, and then because of Uzi and Cardi, we got other people. And from other people, we got Osama Son. And from Osama Son, we got even newer kids right now, like Rex V2. And from Rex V2, we got 3. You know, we got Larax. I mean, okay, well, they're not. But I'm just saying, like, you know, like, it all starts off with Chief Keef, this new generation. And it's just cool to see him just being a better person, you know. And it's just always just, if you're a street rapper and you're famous, try to follow Chief Keef's path. Like, don't just stay a menace, and don't try to like farm views from being a menace. Like, actually try to get out the hood and make money. And that's why Chief Keef is still alive and doing well to this day, because he escaped that bad environment that he was in, and he took the people in that environment with the best minds that would make a lot of money with him, and they just ran off, bro. And he stuck with the same crew, and he didn't end up dead, and I really fuck with that. And I also fuck with what G Herbo did, because he kind of did what Chief Keef did. He got rich, got a big crib, and just stayed out the way, and they're both focused on, you know, dealing with their kids and stuff, and I just really respect that. Like, I can always respect someone who is just like from a bad place, but just always like just ends up at the top. And you know, the reason I respect Chief Keef is like the exact reason why I don't respect Drake, because Drake makes great music, you know, but like, and I get the gun shit is for aesthetics, but like, dude, you have so much other opportunities to push things to your fans, but you're choosing the easiest shit to push violence. Like, bro, you came from such a good place, and like, I understand like posing with guns and like that, but like just saying you're like a bro, stop, bro. Like, you came from such a good place, like you got a face tat now. Like, I understand it's all for the aesthetic, but like, I feel like he's just big enough to like just be like, bro, like J. Cole, like he doesn't like, he'll talk about violence shit, but he's not like actively pushing it to people, you know. And I just always respect that, and this has been what I'm talking about today. And this is why, you know, I've always respected Chief Keef, and I don't respect like all these street rappers that try to like push an image and don't just stay true to themselves, you know. And yeah, that's it for this video. Bye bye.
Jalen go crazy.
Yeah, I rock my Claire, I know it ain't winter. Start with the wood, so I gotta